Right, so on the topic on 32-inch tyres, I've got Jake with me from Vittoria Tyres. Hello, Jake.
Hi, Eric. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again. What's your opinion about this new size wheel set? Are they going to take over the world? Will 29-inch wheel disappear? Um, will they just going to be another addition to the sizes?
I've been lucky enough to have been in the bike industry now for more than 30 years, and I remember the kind of like friction we had when 26 became 27 and a half, which became 29.
Yeah.
But what I will say, and I'm 100% a 29-inch convert. Back in the day, I started on them, and I've been on 29s ever since. And what we're hearing is the overall diameter difference from 29 to 32 is the same diameter difference we had going from 26 to 29. So that puts it into really good perspective of what to expect in terms of the rolling speed and the angle of attack to an obstacle on the trail. What I will say though is we are talking about a much bigger diameter wheel. So I do personally feel that there will be a limitation of where you can implement that on a specific frame size. Right now, I can see the limitations on a small and maybe even a medium frame, especially on a cross-country bike, being quite restricted by the bigger wheels.
Okay. There is a big challenge already with 29-inch frames.
There
There's
is that.
quite engineering
There is that.
masterpieces
Exactly.
to fit this.
Correct. I mean, there are
short
definitely
people.
some cross-country racers on the World Cup scene who are 5'2", 5'3",
Yeah.
who are managing to ride 29-inch wheels. Whether those riders will be able to adapt onto the 32-inch wheel remains to be seen.
Yeah. Okay, so 32-inch tires in next few years will come probably into the mass market. We will see them soon in the racing. What does this mean? That they will replace 29-inch wheels, just like they sort of replaced 26?
I think it's an interesting question. I can't see it wholesale replacing 29 because I think the limiting factor is going to be the frame size and of course the height of the rider that's riding that particular bike. 6'2" and upwards riders, 100% I can see that 32-inch wheel will benefit them. A rider of 5'2", 5'3", though, who's competing on the same course, I can't see at the moment how we're going to implement the bigger wheels into those frames, but never say never. We were in the same situation when 26, like you say, became 29,
Exactly.
The designers are clever. The way that they'll try and implement them into the frames will be interesting. I can see an application where a gravel bike like this, where there aren't the complications of suspension and all that type of stuff that you have in a cross-country bike, that might be an easy way to adapt it for a wider spectrum of rider height.
Okay.
But we'll have to see what happens. It's very exciting.
And it's something you potentially could do where you put 32 into the front and smaller wheel at the back, things like
Certainly for on a consumer level, I can
Yeah.
see a mixed wheel size working.
Yeah.
I think the only limitation at the moment is going to be the UCI regulations.
Okay.
If we look at cross-country racing, as far as I understand, I think it is actually currently mixed wheel sizes are banned for that particular category. Of course, in enduro racing and downhill racing, they've been using mixed wheel sizes now for a number of years, 29 front, 27.5 rear. And I can see how that could easily change into 32 front, 29 back, 32 front, 27.5 rear. But when we're talking about cross country, which is really where at the moment all the development is on 32,
it's quite strict.
it's strict on mixed wheel sizes.
Okay.
So that I think is going to be a limiting factor because you could argue a shorter rider might be able to get away with a 32 front and a 29 rear. But right now for UCI World Cup racing, that won't be allowed under the current rules. But of course for you and I as average riders,
That could be an option.
it could be an option. Exactly.
Also, I think with the frame design, sky's the limit.
Exactly that. Yeah, it's very exciting, and it's going to be great to see. If we can have the same conversation next year, it'll be amazing to see how it's developed in the next
Definitely
12
hope
months.
they come that. So let's go back to the beginning. As we spoke before, in 2014, Walmart introduced a 32-inch cruiser bike for around $250.
Right.
And then that disappeared really quickly. Then we see nothing. Then we saw nothing for a very long time. And then in 2024, Maxxis comes out with the 32-inch tires. When did Vittoria step into the game?
We definitely started looking at this last year.
Okay.
And like I said, the fact that we've now got these prototypes ready to go, because you can imagine it's a big investment, Eric,
Yeah.
having to make a new mold for a much bigger wheel size, but because Vittoria is known as a performance brand and we have always been on the sharp end of racing, whether that's road, gravel, cross country, we wanted to show that we're in the hunt as well, and if we have that demand from the teams that we support and from riders like Tom Pidcock, for instance, if they want to use that product in the Vittoria range, we're ready to go with that, because we can see the applications for this wheel size isn't necessarily just going to stick to cross-country racing. As you can see on this Genesis bike, this is of course a gravel bike that can take a mountain bike tire.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's a very special bike that obviously can take a 32 by
I assume
2.4
that's not a
wheel.
mass-produced bike yet. It's been specially designed to...
I believe this might be.
That's 29-inch.
The Vagabond, the Genesis made before, which I think this is derived from,
Okay.
was always a drop bar gravel bike that could take a 29 by 2.4 mountain bike tire.
Okay.
And obviously I think this is the updated version of that in a 32. As you can see, it simply says prototype on there, so I don't think there's even a name for this.
Yes.
But certainly what we will
Seem to be
see...
working on this as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to be outside the realms of possibility that we will see a demand from the gravel scene for a bigger wheel size as well. And for that reason, I can't say too much.
Yeah.
But there will be some development in our gravel range as well for this bigger wheel size, maybe around a 50 to 55 millimeter width as well.
Okay. Could you tell me as well, does these tires run only on as tubeless?
Yeah, at the moment, obviously, the casing we've used on this one is the XE Race casing that we've been doing for a number of years. The XE Race casing did get a really big update for this season, where we've gone away from 120 TPI thread count to a 60 TPI, which gives us a much stronger casing.
Okay.
And it's a new rubber compound as well. So the whole XE Race casing, which is Barzo, Mezcal, Peyote, and Torino, have the option of XE Race in this nice all black and a darker brown tan wool as well. So it makes perfect sense to have that casing in this type of design. And the weight's really good as well. I think the stated weight on this one, if I'm not mistaken, was 760 grams for a 32 by 2.4, which is a really competitive weight. It's lighter than Max's, I've heard. So,
Of course, you would say that. A little bit off the topic, Jake. So we all heard about hookless rims, but there is something a bit confusing happening, because there was like a while ago a mini hook rims or micro hook rims.
I mean, like I said, here we are. This isn't even on the market
Yes,
yet,
you
and
are upfront,
we are
actually, so
definitely adapting.
yeah.
We'll adapt where the market wants to take us for sure. But like I say, it's all driven by what is happening at the sharp end of racing, and we are definitely seeing wider tires in the Tour de France. And your average consumer will 100% benefit from what would be called an all-road system, where you have a 700 by 40 tire, but it's still a completely slick road tire. So it's not a gravel bike, it's a road bike, but it's basically verging into what used to be gravel widths. Even gravel tires now, go back 5 years, it was 40 millimeters was pretty much the widest one you could get.
Yeah.
We are now definitely seeing 45 and 50 and even 55 becoming the biggest. I mean, here we are. This is a gravel bike that can take a 2.4 mountain bike tire, right?
That's incredible.
So it's getting wider all the time.
Yeah.
But it definitely it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
It's there's a real benefit to comfort, grip, braking performance on a wider tire at a lower tire pressure, like we discussed 3 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Listen, thank you very much, Jake.
You're welcome. Thank you,
Thanks very
Eric.
much for
Nice to
sharing
see you
all the
again.
information. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much, guys. See you later. Bye. Awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks once again for this.
Welcome. Always good to see you, man.
Oh, you too.